Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for joining this OpenVerse Ask Us Anything webinar. My name is Arta Ertekin. Together with my colleague Galileo Disperati, we are leading the communication and dissemination of the OpenVerse project, which is a project funded under the Horizon Europe program, 36 months of hard work with 12 partners. This webinar is timely because we're actually entering the final months of the project. You might have some questions you want to ask, and we've been working very hard. The project will end at the end of October. We've been working very hard on a few tools to help us to support the co-creation of open, sustainable and human-centric virtual worlds. So together with my colleagues and partners of the OpenVerse project, I'd like to introduce our coordinator, Fabio Perosini from the Lisbon Council, who is here to introduce the OpenVerse project. Fabio, the floor is yours.
Yes.
Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. As Arta did, I am the project coordinator for the OpenVerse. I'm acting for the Lisbon Council, and I will give you a brief introduction to the project. Well, the project itself is a CSA, so an action in collaboration with the European Commission. And the main idea is to give some answer to incoming questions related to the virtual world. So the idea is to try to avoid to repeat existing mistakes done with earlier digital platform in order to facilitate the use and the development of virtual world, or even involving SMEs and startups. So the project is has been built around 5 main objectives, and the real overall hat for those objectives is to provide a sort of common hat to all this objective in order to emphasize the added value that Europe is bringing in the virtual world. So what is related to the ethics and the building of an ecosystem that is open and not completely drawn by very few actors. So the first objective was to provide a European vision for an open virtual world. And as I said before, the main objective was to look at users' point of view and how they are involved. They could be involved without any kind of bias or inclusion issue. The second is to define and let's say scout for a technological framework for the future. That doesn't mean to design an architecture, but to try to define a sort of pathway that new technology should follow in the future. So at the end, the idea is to promote the opennesses and interoperability of virtual worlds in Europe, and considering that a precondition is an ethical driven approach. Sorry. Then there are the further 3 objectives, and the first one is answering what I said before. So create a sort of ethics governance principle and a sort of an idea of regulation, and test that and discuss that with actors starting from SMEs and startups, but also with all kinds of actors, but considering that those 2 categories are more, let's say, they have more need to be facilitated. In fact, the following objective is absolutely focus on empower them in order to give them the possibility to do research and to provide new solution, new application of the virtual world. In doing that, we worked and we decided to address the objective of co-creation in the virtual world. And that was one of the objectives that has been achieved and demonstrated along workshops and events during the project. And the idea is to have a place where the community could be involved in the virtual world in order to discuss and co-create solution or giving answer to question arising. So as a summary, the structural ethics is something that is embedded in the project, and the idea is to pass this concept to other projects, to other incoming projects, and also to discuss with the Commission about how to boost this particular sector. It is clear that Europe, to fight against China and US in terms of leadership, should activate a sort of cross-sector alliance in order to empower all actors. Some initiatives are now running. One is the Virtual World Association, but I think the way is, let's say, is still long, and we have to work hard in that. So in terms of achievement, the project so far reach some figures. Here you have a snapshot, but today we are going to talk about the observatory. Observatory now has plenty of users, and there are more than 100 initiative mapped there. So here you see what we are going to do in terms of event, in terms of policy output. We will have at the end of the project 5 policy brief, plus, very important, a roadmap and a policy outcome for the project itself. So the 5 policy briefs are very, let's say, monographic, while we are building around the roadmap of the project, a policy that could be shared with other projects. I know today we are focused on a specific point in the project, so I will leave the floor to the next speaker in order not to keep a lot of your time. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much, Fabio. I'd like now to introduce Partner Trust IT Services. So please, Christian Atanasio, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Arta. Hi, everyone. Nice to know you. I am Christian Atanasio, and I am here as the lead front-end developer for the OPENVERSE Observatory. With me, I have Nicola Moroso, which is she worked on community engagement, and as well Marco Carollo, who with me developed the observatory from the front and back end point of view. What I will show you now is something that comes from the same figures as Fabio Perossini already showed you from the point of view of the observatory. All right. So first of all, let's talk about figures. As Fabio already mentioned, the observatory is a collection of entries generated mostly by registered users. We have 250 at today and counting companies already registered on the observatory. We registered and mapped more than 100 national initiatives. We have 30 virtual worlds that you can explore in terms of content from the point of view. And all these entries are collected in a technology radar as well as an extended reality taxonomy. Soon, the observatory will also host 16 virtual world co-creation use cases, as well as extended reality and virtual world EU-funded projects. You can already find 30 regulatory sandboxes use cases, as many other more things to come. Now, what I would like to do is actually show you what the observatory will look like. As you can see here from this slide, you can find pretty much all this content collected on the observatory. For that, I will ask my colleague Nicole to show you how the registration process works, as well as the observatory actually looked like. Nicole, if you want to show your screen, please do so.
Yeah. Good morning, everyone. I'm Nicole, and as Kristen mentioned, I've been working on the OPENVERSE Observatory as a community engager. Today, I'll take you through the registration process of the observatory, and I'll give you an overview of how to get started with the platform. So I'll share my screen. Okay. Yeah. So this is the home page you'll see as you first access the observatory. To create an account, you simply click on the top right corner, sign up, login, and then you fill in the registration form. One important thing to keep in mind is that you need to fill the email field with your work email address, which means that personal email accounts aren't accepted. Also, signing up with your work email address means that if your organization is already listed in the observatory, your personal profile will automatically be linked to it. If not, you'll be asked to first create your company profile and then your personal one. I won't be able to show you the whole process just because we're a bit short on time, but after filling in this registration form, you'll simply receive an email with the setting up password and all the details of your account. I will just show you the matchmaking feature and how the platform works on different point of view by logging in one of my colleagues' account that has already been set up. So if we go on edit profile, we can see several things that we can customize, such as our bio or profile picture, but one important field is the expertise one. So in this part, you can see my expertise, different expertise that you have to put in. What best describes your knowledge and experience. Actually, we've recently updated and published our taxonomy. Maybe Kristen will tell you a bit more about that later, which is incredibly useful for us to put in our expertise in, better, in a more specific way, and for people actually to connect with the right experts and specific areas. So as I was saying, here you can put in the areas of the experts you're looking for and here your interests, which is very important because you'll receive a few notifications and the notification will come from people who have matched with your interests. For example, Alessandro received a few notifications. If we click on this profile, for example, we can have a look. And if we find this profile interesting, we can either start a conversation by, starting either by a standard icebreaker message or by typing in whatever we want. So this is how the matchmaking feature works. But before passing the floor to Christian again, I would like to show you one last thing. If we go in the Explore section and the companies area, you can, by typing in your company, as soon as you remember, obviously, you can type in your company. For example, mine is Trust IT, and I will just click on that, see everything about the company, the description, and also whoever takes part of it, and actually is a member of the platform. Or if we go on the Explore section and find the Star Experts area, we can see the whole members on the left-hand side, a few filters. So their expertise, the expertise we're looking for, the professional role, and also the country. So I would like to clarify that this is a European community. I've been and we've been promoting the platform on different European communities, such as Cyberland in Germany or CIIIC in the Netherlands. For example, if we would like to find an expert that's from the Netherlands and has an expertise in interaction enabling technologies, we'll see 7 of them. So this is everything from my side. I will pass the floor to Christian again. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Nicole. I will start. I will show you again some bit of presentation right now. Just give me a moment. So as you can see, the observatory is more about collecting user content and also building a community. We already registered that there have been 75 and more conversations started between experts. Now, the observatory has a lot of content, as we saw, but it can be overwhelming to navigate on its own. So what we prepared for the observatory right now is something that I will show you now. Is actually a radar, which is basically a way to collect, to show all the collected data in one specific page. So as you can see here, represented on all these nodes, these are all the individual content connected by the taxonomy that we mentioned before. Now, there are different ways that you can visualize this content. First of all, we have filters. So if you're looking for a specific set of content, you can select, for example, company, or for example, use case studies. Here, you can see that there is already divided into categories all the case studies already represented. If you select more content types, upon selecting a specific branch of the taxonomy, you will see that they're all collected in this side view, and you can filter them. This is incredibly useful for reporting and as well case studying if you're interface with the project. There are different ways you can visualize the data as well. For now, this is the radar view, but we also have a bubble view. So these are the same data, but shown as bubbles. The bigger the bubble, the bigger the node, meaning that you have more content associated. For example, here you can see the virtual world category has 223 nodes associated with it. 96 are companies and 72 experts. Now, let's focus on the experts. We have here a button that says demand versus offer. Now, let's focus on the virtual worlds again. You can see that there are 33 users looking for experts in virtual worlds, as well as 72 experts already registered on the platform. This implies that hypothetically, these users will connect to each other and start a conversation. Now, to see a list here again, I can just select the virtual world node and see all the experts associated with it. Now, there is one last view that we can see this data in, which is the matrix and heat map mode. As you can see, these are the same exact nodes, just distributed, divided into category as well as the depth level. The depth level indicates the number of nodes associated with each taxonomy term. If I go here again, I can see the virtual world as is one of the most associated terms for the taxonomy here, and it's one of the 3 only nodes in the adopt level. We also have a heat map, which again is a different representation of the same data. They will just group all the taxonomy nodes for each of the depth level. So we have explore, grow, and adopt. As you can see, obviously, the adopt level is the one with the most nodes. Again, here on the side, you can filter each of the content associated with the node you selected. And ideally, you can navigate the content from here. It is very interesting also because we have some quick filters. So if you're looking for business opportunities, here you already have a pre-selected filter option. If you're looking for research and academia, same thing. Policy and regulation, same. The visualization change based on the filter you select, so that should help you navigate the observatory pretty easily. Now, I mentioned that taxonomy because we base the entire observatory content on one big taxonomy of content, meaning that each of these categories has content associated with it. And so this will also facilitate the navigation between the different parts of the observatory. Here you can also filter, again, the different type of content, facilitating, again, the navigation. So this is all I wanted to show you from the observatory. I hope this was insightful for you, and thank you very much. This is all from Trust IT. I'll leave the floor again to our colleagues at Martel. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for this live demo, Christian and Nicole. I don't know if other partners would like to comment on this very inspiring new tool that we've developed. And I don't know if there are any other questions so far. No. All right.
Of course, if you don't, sorry, Arta, of course, if you have questions that you want to ask later on, we are always available via email. So in case you don't have a question now, but you want to ask something later, feel free to also contact us. We also have a feedback form on the observatory, actually. So any communication is always welcome.
Thank you very much. Nicole, did you want to add something?
Yeah, also if you would like to see better something and focus on, I don't know, a few things of observatory, we can also have a demo that could be more specific on whatever you want. So feel free to ask.
Perfect. Thank you very much. If there are no more questions, maybe we could just share some news about the project and the upcoming OpenVerse Summit. So Galileo, do you want to share the screen briefly? Thank you so much. So yes, here we are. As I said, we're entering the final months of the OpenVerse project. We're organizing a very important event on the 10th of September in Brussels. Registrations are open. We're also still looking for speakers. If you think of anyone who could check the agenda and possibly just share some expertise, we are always looking for new speakers. So please register, come and meet us in Brussels. We will be able to show you what we've worked on for almost 3 years now. You will be able to try out some of our tools with the experts who are all traveling to Brussels in September. So I'm gonna, I don't know if you've added the, you did. So thank you very much for sharing the link to the OpenVerse Summit in the chat. Please register, please come and join us. Thank you all for your time today. This was a short webinar, but very useful. So thank you all for this very nice demo. And please get in touch. Thank you very much.